Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. How you doing? Welcome to the channel, guys. Talking about Scientology with Mrs. J. We've done our work before. Come and listen. We are talking about Aaron. We are talking about Nora. We are talking about everybody involved and who's the bad guys, who's the good guys, what's going on. A cult's a cult's cult. Check it out, guys. Okay, so
Hello.
we have started. So
Hello.
hello, everybody. So now we're going to talk about this. This is from Nora's. What's the name of this? Her new.
The name of this channel is True Crime of Scientology with Nora Ames. What she's done here is I think she's had a little look at some of her stuff and has edited a few bits, and we're going to be looking at those over the next couple of weeks and see why she's put these ones up and what is her reasoning, what you think could be her reasoning for these videos, because I'd like to hear what you have to say, because
Were these older ones, or has she just released these since Aaron's been locked up?
No, these are older ones. This one here has Louis Repetto in it.
Okay, so I'm asking, has she just re-released these or what?
Re-release them, yes.
Since Aaron's been incarcerated?
Yes.
Do you think the timing has something to do with Aaron being incarcerated?
Well, maybe, because I mean the one, it really is clear of what she's saying about Aaron's position with the whole Louis Repetto thing.
Well, why don't you?
And if anyone's going to know, it is going to be Nora. And there's some really, really interesting points that you haven't heard yet, and neither will your audience, because I haven't released any of this. Even though I did know that she'd done this, I wanted her to, I can't, because I've been shunned so badly because of what Aaron's done, I can't, there's no point in me pushing anything out because no one's going to look at it, because I've had so much hate on me.
Right.
But now that she's done this, I can then say, look, everybody, look at this piece of evidence here. And once again, we're in a position where we're looking at how and why nothing is happening regarding Louis Repetto.
Okay, and everybody knows that Louis Repetto has been accused of
well, if we just call it, if we just say SA,
right,
all right, and then that way that covers all angles, because this is an international crime. This isn't just in the States. So if we just call it that, then that covers everything everywhere.
Okay. But some stuff has been serious.
Yeah, some serious, some not so serious. Some people finding it funny, some people aren't finding it funny. Some people feel that they need to go and re-victimize the people that have come forward about Louis Repetto and then troll them for months and months and months, telling them that they're liars. What they've said about this man is untrue.
And
the
we
fact
know
that
Aaron has actually been on both sides. He has actually flip-flopped back and forth on this. Aaron actually was with him in the Sea Org, right? Didn't they share?
That's right.
They shared a room together.
Yeah, Aaron was his boss.
Like his brother or something. Yeah, Aaron was his boss.
Yeah, Aaron was his boss. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when these women came forward and Louis Repetto went into the RPF, which we now have a statement from Nora, which we'll hear in a bit, which is very interesting. There's so much in this video that we know that he went to the RPF because of his behaviour. Now, that would have had to have gone through Aaron.
Absolutely, it would have. So him claiming that he was innocent this whole time of not knowing anything clearly says that's not true.
If we believe what Nora is saying, because don't forget, every single person involved in this has lied. So it's
not funny when there's something going on, because honestly, there is something going on with
absolutely
Louis Repetto, because there's been
life, all of his
evidence of the Louis Repetto stuff. There's been pictures. There's been stuff. I've seen some of those pictures, so that's not a lie.
And because the women have been absolutely trolled, told they're liars, abused, privately abused, had absolutely massive live streams, hours and hours of live streams about
I
them,
want you guys
saying
now.
they're all
I
liars.
want to interrupt you. I know, but I want to interrupt you for a second because that
Mm.
pattern is very much like the pattern that Aaron does when it came to Juliana. It's true.
Yeah,
And Lindsay
and me,
and you and
mm,
Nora.
and Nora,
Everybody he doesn't like
Michelle.
that's a woman is exactly this is the behavior that he does.
Mm.
People can decide who he is, but you need to seriously see behavior in people because anybody could tell you who they are, but they need to show you who they are.
Mm.
So I'm not telling you that, I'm telling the audience that, my friend.
Yeah, no, it's all good, all good. Yeah, let's go for it. I'm doing well today. I'm not stuttering too badly, which is good. But I'm
Great.
gonna let's go and let's do this, and I'll
Okay.
stop talking.
Okay, I am gonna have to stop it and talk on it. Otherwise, I'm gonna
Absolutely, yeah, all good.
get, alleged serial grifter, paid professional protester, destroyer of movements. Who might she be speaking of?
This man. So if we pause it here,
Yeah,
then this is Scott Hofstetter, also known as DOA,
defender of
aka
land.
Defender of Ants, the Law of
Right.
DOA. The Lord of the Gadflies, Legal Wars, all of these names are this one gentleman here who classes himself as a professional protester and supporter of the little people. For example, because Louis Repetto has been shunned by the community, this man has decided to wave the baton of support.
For Louis Repetto.
Yes,
Wow. And he's in a lot of trouble right now, we know, defender of ants.
he is.
He's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he's probably going to prison, to be fair.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Actually, not just from you, but okay. So we'll talk about him at some other point. Where let's go
Yeah.
forward. Let me tell you something. I got to give a shout out to Nora for doing this. This is a good thing.
Yeah,
This
that's
is a
right.
good thing. So good for you, Nora.
Yeah,
I know that Aaron has fucked with her, and listen,
yeah.
listen, Nora, if you hear this, I
Mm.
know that. I get that. It was a bad idea to do that last thing you did with him because he's gonna make you smile, which is gonna make you appear weak, which is exactly what happened. And I just couldn't get past that.
Mm.
And here's the thing. My problem with Nora, and I've said this, is I don't like the way she speaks to people. But then when somebody speaks to her that way, she screams victim. And you can't do that. You know what? You can't act tough and shit and then start whining when somebody treats you that way. You can't put a limit up of how nasty people could be once you start being nasty. And Nora does that. She does that with her people that are in her chat and stuff. Like, I don't have a problem with people in my chat unless they're just horrible, and I don't have a problem with people wanting to disagree with me. It's the way that they do it, but she just doesn't like disagreement at all, and that's not cool. You get people that are allowed to ask questions, that are allowed to be confused, that are on the fence, that you're supposed to, help over, not push on the other side like they're fucking coming down like a ton of rocks or something. You know what I mean? Like Humpty Dumpty, yo, man, come on.
Well, this is it. You've got to now have a little think now and go, right, because I've thought about all of this. You know what I mean? I really have. And so that's why I found this really interesting and why I'm glad that we're doing this, because this might make you once again have a little bit of hope, because I know you lost hope because you thought she was going to be the one that was actually going to blow the top off everything, and she didn't. She stayed quiet. But
That wasn't why I lost. Okay, so I just want to get something. Okay.
Okay.
So you're right about that, to the point that I expected more from everybody, including Jenna Miscavige. Like, I expected more from these people that actually knew about Louis Repetto. But because Nora wants to scream and rant and rave that she's, remember the almost like the Superwoman intro that she used to have?
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna put that out there, then you have to, in my opinion, unless you want to be the mockery, then you have to have that attitude. Otherwise, don't put it out there. You can't put an intro out there like you're Superwoman and then you don't stand on shit like this, because this is more important than you. It's bigger than you. This is,
Right.
you know what I'm
But
saying?
then you have incredible blind loyalty by a lot of ex-Scientologists to other ex-Scientologists. Because it's like we're all in the same boat, so we'll stick up for each other. And that's what happened
Well,
here.
they're morons. And let me tell you why. Any ex-Scientologist that wants to hear that. If a boat is going down, get out of the fucking boat. I mean, that's common sense. If a boat is being targeted with torpedoes, jump off. I mean, if you guys choose to, that's a personal decision. If y'all want to think you're captain of the ship, let me tell you, if Aaron's the captain of the ship, he's the first one jumping off, guys. If you haven't figured that one out, I mean, then shame on you. Because, I mean, you don't need to listen anymore. Just pretend you're deaf and watch his actions.
Absolutely.
So,
But again, blindness, because
all right.
he's a superhero ex-Scientologist.
Yeah. So let's go forward here.
Yeah. You might want to pause it and read it.
Oops, I went too quick. Hang on. Let me get over
That's
it.
all right.
Let me get back to it. All right. The truth always prevails. Okay, so this is from DOA, and
Yeah.
this was a while ago. It wasn't 15 hours ago, right?
Yeah.
What was it? It was, how long ago do you think this was?
This is a few months ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
just a few months ago. Down the rabbit hole news. This is that woman that did that stuff with with uh, Aaron.
Aaron.
Yeah,
That's right.
and that's how her channel blew up.
That's right.
I wouldn't want my channel to blow up on Aaron. The truth always prevails. Louis Repetto is a victim of a modern day Me Too witch hunt. Didn't you see the pictures? Like, what's wrong with you? But now I understand, because you're in there for the same shit. He is
Right.
not a serial, this guy, rapist. He's not a rapist at all, as alleged by former Chicago lawyer. Really? He's not? Okay. Well, I guess everybody is lying here.
Yeah.
So everybody's lying. And why? Why is everybody after Louis Repetto? I just want to understand what makes him a target if not this? Anybody?
Anybody? You know,
All right.
it's
All right, that's what I thought. Huh? Joining the Justice for Lou fight. Are you kidding me?
this is true.
Alonzo, full disclosure, Alonzo and I have spoken a few times a couple years ago. This
Mhm.
is a surprise for me, my audience. You guys should know.
Well, just quickly, Alonso's been telling the world that I'm Osa.
Author of Alonzo's blog, which is mysteriously down and only available on the Wayback Machine, yet he can find articles from 3 years ago to cite. Contributor on the Frank Report. Alan Stanfield, critical thinker on cults and Scientologists, signer of petition, seeks to hold those with government power accountable. Alan is a self-proclaimed expert on brainwashing. He has written several articles telling women who are victims of SA to just realize what really happened. I've never seen that. Wow. Alonzo, brainwashing is a sticky belief, but does it exist? There are plenty of people within Nexium and DOS who didn't go along, who said screw this and left. Yes, these are the misses that never got counted for believers in brainwashing. It's incredibly important. Coercive control is not unique to cults. Coercive control exists in the mafia, the military. Well, coercive control is in a lot of situations. Coercive control exists with Gypsy Rose over Nick Godejohn. You know?
Yeah.
So I agree with that. Alonzo, India should stop using self-destructive tropes, such as I was brainwashed or I was. Okay, this is not okay to tell people how to think and feel, and this is a victim, so we don't do that. Not cool. I would use okay, as you can read this. The anti-cult movement uses the same template for minorities. It is the crazy. What's that?
I'm laughing at you reading it.
I want to read it. It gives your self-confidence in your own to cause you to sell all. What should India? Wow, this is just making this person Alonzo. This wasn't good. This ain't gonna make you look good at all. It's not a good look. This is
Not a good look.
Yeah, maybe somebody should fuck with you a little bit and then tell you how you did it wrong. I'm gonna put that out there for sure. And this is pathetic, the last statement. With all my heart, I hope she does. How about the other people change their behavior, stop trying to change victims? Now that now that all-knowing Alonzo has spoken, let's hear from the survivor, India, and see if she understood the assignment. It's a better way of putting this.
Imagine introducing your child to what you believe is a popular self-help seminar while unknowingly putting her in the hands of a sex trafficker. That's what happened when Dynasty actress Catherine Oxenberg took her 19-year-old daughter, India, to classes offered.
I remember how bad this woman fought and felt about what her kid. I saw this documentary. I mean, I really felt horrible for her, and you could see how it aged the mom. You know, after all that,
by a group called Nexium.
My guard was down. I was 19 years old, looking for structure and guidance. And
so I don't need to play more of this to show Alonzo being an asshole. And not
so go forward a little bit.
That's a nice way of me calling Alonzo an asshole. Like, I'm sorry. Don't try to. You're not a woman. You don't know what it's like to be a woman. Don't try to pretend you know what it's like to be a woman. Because women, I could tell you, are much more vulnerable in much more moments and feel that way more so than any man ever. I can guarantee you that.
To take it forward.
More.
Bit more.
More.
So you know that's what's going on with Alonzo. It's a tiny little bit more. We'll bypass all of this now because you now know what that's about and that she's talking about this. And if people want to watch the video, they can. A little bit more. Okay.
You want me to stop here?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And we'll go from here.
Okay. What is an example of indoctrination? Is this still from Alonzo or this is from Nora?
I think we're now moving over to what Nora says.
Okay. So, what is an example of indoctrinating in history? The Nazis transformed Germany from a democracy into a single-party dictatorship. Well, yep. Well, there's the seriousness of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Coercive control is often gradual process over time during which people's behaviors change drastically. Undue influence is a legal term for coercion. Brainwashing and mind control are other common ways of referring to it. Yeah, she's not going to.
Yeah, well, let's just pause that there. So we know already if you've been if you've like been following your channel and my channel, you'll know that this is how Lewis Repetto went about it. He said things like, "Hi, he did his whole rainbow thing, didn't he? And then he asked people to do crocheted cot covers, and it all kind of went from there."
He started with like people were wondering if he was gay or bi. He was trying to be all inclusive and be everybody's friend and shit like that. Yeah.
And exactly this here is exactly what's being said here is what he was doing, was love bombing people to get them to like him so that he can then coerce them into doing things for him using his ex-Scientology fet hat.
Yeah, I want to be fair in saying that I have yet to see any of these ex-Scientologists not in. This is including Mike Rinder, and this is also including Leah Remini. I'm just going to be honest, and I like Leah Remini, and I liked Mike Rinder, but all of them, every single ex-Scientologist that I have ever seen has all practiced something they learned from Scientology. And that is an air that they all have about them, that more or less they are better than everybody else, that they can read the room, that they are the smartest one in the room. That's all of them. I have yet to meet any of them that does not. I've yet to meet one of them that doesn't have that attitude. I'm sorry, but
no, and I can totally see it. I can totally see what you're saying, and the ones that recognize it in themselves are the ones that are working on it.
Here's the thing: they use it as a tool. That's what I think Nora uses as her weapon. She can't use it against Aaron or other Scientologists. She uses it against the common people or the Wongs. What they call them? Wongs, right? What were they?
WOG. I can't say it because it's a really bad word in the UK.
Okay. How you pronounce it?
WOG.
WOG. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, but I'm just using it in the terminology for Scientology. And
yeah. No, go ahead. It's just because I've been brought up never to say that. I just can't say it.
I don't mean any disrespect, but that's what I think the attitude is when people are dealing with non-Scientology people. And that's the way that they treat us. When you ask a question, you don't know, you've never been in Scientology. Well, fucking enlighten me, man, because I live in the real world.
Well, this is a really good...
Wait a minute, but here's the thing. They want to fall underneath that. Well, you'll never understand. You haven't been in Scientology. I can say the same thing to them. You've not lived in the real fucking world. What do you know? But they don't want that.
Exactly.
So that again is a Scientology thing. That again is a Scientology tool that I just find bullshit. I find it with all of them. All of them.
Yeah, you don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like. And is that, are you going to do a justification in that? Are you going to give me...
You know that song, right? You don't know what
yes.
Start singing it now. Okay.
This is all absolutely how this is why I chose this video. Okay. Because there's moments like this, because we have been unpicking all this for 2 years now. It's like this is a really important statement here that every single ex-Scientologist needs to read and look at and have a little look at themselves. And you need to just turn that and have a little look, because if you can't recognize it in yourself and you don't think that there is an issue there, there is.
Exactly.
And it is absolutely vital that when you are going for counseling, this is massive that you unpick this. And the thing is, right, this is the same for me, and I understand it because I lived this. I lived the bit watching people being brainwashed. I watched it.
Right.
You know, I mean, with work, I could control a crowd of 5,000 people with a nod of my head. because I'd learned off my dad how to
Right.
do it, you know, and
Right.
that's what these guys are trained. And this is what we were saying earlier about the needle being at exactly that point, like you pointed out. And then there's this bit, which is they can control their audiences, plural, their audiences, at a drop of a hat. If a man is stood there saying to
Yeah,
you,
but here's the thing.
I
that
did
you
not
can't.
throw that blue paint, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. And then we look and we see the man do it, and he continues to say, I didn't do it, free me. Then you're a Fruit Loop if you can't see it.
Well, see, here's the thing. I was part of Aaron's audience. I mean, I don't want to say fan, because I really don't know that.
Oh no, you were subbed. You were subbed to
I
him.
was a subscriber, and I was a committed subscriber. Let's put it like that. I mean, if you look at, you would laugh. I could prove this, I swear. And I'm not somebody that swears at all. I don't even like that term. But you know, as far as to God, I curse. But you know what I'm saying? So I have the mouse pad that has Mark Headley, Claire Headley, Aaron, and Mike Rinder. I'm looking at it right now. I had to move something on it to see who was after Claire Headley, and it's Mike. I mean, and it's Aaron.
I love that.
So I mean, I have that, and I wanted to support, and I did support. My problem is that I don't see, this is cult behavior, and this is a perfect example right here. Here's what happened to me. I bought all of Aaron's story. I thought he was a great guy. I thought, oh my God, you know, he's a great guy and so wonderful. And then I watched him tell his own story about what happened in California. He was the only person that changed my mind about himself. I watched that video and I said to myself, there's something wrong. There's something he's not saying. But I gave him the benefit of the doubt. And I no longer, honestly, I'm going with my gut feeling from now on, because it's not about just Aaron. I've just been right about it. And there's a reason why we have a gut feeling. So, excuse me. So,
blind loyalty, though, when you have a blind loyalty.
Well, that's the problem. You stop using critical thinking when you have that cult-like behavior. You have to always have your own autonomy. It's okay. I could have been a great sub I was a great sub to Aaron while I still kept my own autonomy. You know,
I built a website and did all that for them, didn't I? Even though he destroyed it. But I did all that because I wanted to give them anything I could possibly do.
Wait, I stepped over you, so I want you to tell people, what did you do?
I built a website where you could go and buy merch and clothes, and the money was going to go to the Aftermath Foundation. And he destroyed that, said I was OSA.
Oh my gosh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, so you followed Aaron at the beginning as well?
Yeah, I started. Oh no, I mean, I've tried now. I suppose I have watched growing up in Scientology for about 10 years, 8 years, something like that. Really? When it first came out, there was about 5,000 subs when I started watching him.
I started watching him right after the show, when I could find his channel. Right after
I watched way before the show.
Really? Because I knew nothing about him. His channel.
No, it can't have been before the show. That's a lie. I just lied then completely. But it is 10 years ago. It's got more than that.
Yeah, I think that was, no, I don't know how long ago.
It was got to be after the show, though, I think. But I didn't see the show. But that's what I'm saying. Right, there we go. I didn't watch the show.
I think he started that after his show, after he got on that show.
Yeah, that's that, and it is then. It's around then.
I'm looking it up right now to see when he started, how long he's been making videos.
But I didn't. This is what I'm saying. I didn't watch the Aftermath show until I moved down here.
Yeah. So listen. So he started his channel in June of 2015. He's been in business for
Oh,
10
yeah, about
years.
10 years, yeah.
He's been in business for 10 years. That's
Yeah.
quite an achievement. So, you know, that's a good thing. I guess,
But
you know, I don't want to say it's
right
not a
up to
good
Danny
thing.
Masterson, when Danny Masterson trial began, when the beginning of that happened, I think he was only at, I don't know, 30,000 subs at that point.
Yeah. I
And
don't
then
know.
2 years it's exploded, which is great. I'm glad it has, because it means, you know, there's people are seeing what's going on in the Scientology world. It's just this bit here that we both have a problem with, which is he's created this whole illusion of he is the only one that is going to fucking save ex-Scientologists, which is bollocks.
Here's Aaron, you know, here's the problem.
Yeah.
So, and I know I'm going to piss some people off here. Aaron's tactics are exactly the same way as Nora's tactics, unfortunately.
Right, and you go
they
over the stuff that he's done and it makes your eyes water.
well, and yeah, especially when he was calling out Mike Rinder. So my problem with it is that none of these people have been honest about, you know, who they are. And you can't, this is in my opinion, and my opinion matters to me. You know, it might not matter to anybody else, but it matters to me because this is the way I live my life. If you can't relate to somebody, then you can't relate to somebody. If you think by doing what you're doing and behaving and covering shit up and lying about who you are and taking the cult, see, all you've done is left Scientology, yet you've created your own cult here. So why is that okay? That's
He's
not
he's
okay.
now producing the martyr hat as well, isn't he?
Oh, I've not seen that. What is that?
Oh, he is going to be and come out of this a
Oh, the
martyr.
martyr. I'm sorry. I told you martyr. Didn't I
Yeah.
tell you that I
Yeah.
was so afraid of that. He's not a
Yeah.
martyr. He's not. I was so afraid of that. This isn't how you change rules, by breaking them. You don't change things. Listen, if he would have just gone up there and done that and somebody would have taken water and actually thrown it at him and he would have stood up for himself, I wouldn't have had a problem. Not by throwing the chalk and not by putting hands on somebody, but by he's an intimidating
He's a
size
big
guy.
girl's blouse. He's a big girl's blouse, though, isn't he? He did that. You know when a child goes ooh like that and goes ooh and then walks off. Yeah, well, you can have it all.
Right,
You know,
right.
that is exactly what he did, and I still find that really funny that he is that childlike in his mannerisms, behaviour, and the
Well,
way in
because
which he
he's
treats
stunted.
people.
He is stunted, and
Yeah,
you know, again, they're not. Listen, I'm not here to. I'm not trying to be a mean person. You know, I've been around for 62 years. I'm grateful. I don't know it all, but I have taken on so many jobs and have held so many positions because I always wanted to be a writer. So, I would only go so far with companies because if I went any further, it would take away from my writing time. So, I would, you know a job so well, and then I couldn't really go any further, and I started getting bored, and I would leave and I would do something else. I've managed a food bank. I've worked at the old executive office building in Washington, D.C. So help me God. I've worked in the jail system. I've done it on my own without working there as far as my greeting cards have gone. I've had a recording studio. I've had my KSAC where I've counseled kids in a residential drug rehab. You know, the last job, I'm not ready to talk about it yet, but you know, I was a park ranger. There is so much shit. And all of that has I've met so many people, and I was rich, I was poor, I was in the witness protection program. You know, there's some really unique situations
yeah.
in my life. I've been close with my family. I've not been close with my family. So it's not that I've lived a perfect life or anything, But, you know, clearly the behavioral thing that's going on is common among them all that have gotten no help when they've left. Now, I know that Nora has gotten that, or that, what is it? And I think she's gone to therapy. She needs more because she's still.
I believe she's still doing it. Yeah.
Well, she's
And I
trying to
think she's had the
understand it.
old jab in the neck, hasn't she? A few times. So she's had that ganglion block thing in the neck,
Yeah,
which
but that
I
also
can only
eye
say,
thing, isn't there like an eye thing that she's doing that Scientology wasn't going, that the SPTV wasn't going to, that doesn't cover for Scientologists? And I think that, wasn't it Marilyn or something that used this treatment, and also Nora spoke on it. I'm pretty sure.
Liz Ferris and Nora were the two. But yeah, she's done that, and I can, as I said, you know, I can only say what she has said, and if I can get it right, you know, in the right kind of way, and what I can see, and that is she's trying, and I know we said that 2 years ago, but she's still getting on back on that horse and trying again, and it's like this here, doing this, what she's done here and putting these videos up is going to help with what she's trying to do and say to people, for sure.
Well, I sincerely hope so.
Yeah.
I'm glad that she's doing it. Maybe she's doing it because Aaron. Do you think she's doing it now because Aaron is locked up? Or why do you think? Or you don't want to guess? You don't know.
Well, you got ZDT going to jail. You got DOA going
So
to
do you
jail.
feel safe in doing
I
it
think
now?
that could be. I think so. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Listen, I've had hate. I've had
It's
hate.
horrible.
I just lost my job because of it. So
Yeah.
I've had hate. So I get it. I get
We
it.
get, you and me, we get hours of videos made up about us. It's hysterically funny. Do you know what I mean? Because they just haven't got a clue who we are, which I find funny. But it's like, off you go. You know, today, like today for me, I can talk today, whereas 2 days ago I was stuttering. You know, it's great. You know what I mean? And today I can talk to you. Anyway, I'm waffling. Let us crack on. I'm waffling.
Okay. So this was written 3 years ago. Most anti-Nexians, like most antis, aren't the most truthful bunch. If they disagree with you and can twist something to make you look bad, they will. Like most cultists, excuse me, they will spew endless accusations that are designed to make you look less reasonable than you actually are, and they don't care if any of it is true. As a result, I need to publicly document things just to defend myself against these crap tards. So here is my true stated position on Keith Raniere as expressed, and I have to say, the more I read, the more I'm convinced that Keith had sex with him before the age of consent. This conviction for me was overwhelming. Legalism. I very much love, respect, and remain inspired by everyone I met. I believe you, Nikki, Eduardo, all good people. Core in the end, I believe the unfettered power got to Keith, and he did incredibly stupid and criminal things, which you are all paying for. You don't deserve it. He does. Maybe not 120, but certainly some time spent in front of it is just for Keith Raniere. How much, again, is a matter of judging. Still happening in Scientology. The leaders are criminal followers or not. The leaders were liars, the followers are not. It's amazing what people will do to keep the money and power rolling without regard to the harm they are doing to all the people who gave it to them. I am expressing my opinion openly and honestly from my viewpoint after a few hours of discussions and study. My opinion is not expert, nor is it in concrete. But my opinion is expert in the area of how I should spend my own life. And I've concluded that this particular fight to defend. So there he admitted, I mean, so He's somebody that says that he didn't realize this and now he realizes it. Are you there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to say about that or no?
Not really. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at this. I'm laughing at myself not wanting to say anything.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out why. I mean, like, why don't you want to say anything?
Well, I thought I'd kind of said something earlier, so I didn't really want to.
Yeah, but I think that this kind of just says, I mean, am I reading this wrong? It looks to me like what he's saying is he was wrong about Keith.
Yeah.
And he's absolutely not somebody who is a good guy.
Right.
Okay. So, all right. He gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I ain't going to be mad at somebody for that. According to Alan's own words, he left the fight to defend Keith Raniere, not because he was a convicted pedo, but because it was now a battle of legalism of a child did not move him to denounce Keith, not even in this letter. I don't know about that.
Right.
First of all, I don't know Alonzo well enough to know how his wording should be. You know what I'm saying? And I guess I don't know enough about this to see. What I saw was he gave somebody the benefit of the doubt, and the proof he saw that it wasn't consensual or anything was when it came to when somebody was young of age, and that's the concrete proof he saw. And he said, okay, I'm not going to do this anymore because I saw that. I mean, that's the way I'm looking at it. If I'm looking at it wrong.
So why do you think Nora has said that?
I don't know. I don't know what kind of relationship she has with Alonzo. I don't know.
She doesn't like him at all.
Okay, so but you said that this was a while ago.
Yes.
So why is she bringing it up again? I don't know. I'm asking.
Yeah, it's
why is she bringing it up again now? I don't know.
Well, the thing is, Alonzo is supporting Louis Repetto, so I don't know if she's done.
So she's bringing up Louis. So why doesn't she just show those letters? I mean, this kind of looks like it's kind of in his favor. He's saying, oh man, now that I see proof, I ain't gonna support this guy at all. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah,
something that I don't see here, which, you know, I'm not being shown, which I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
This for me is a really good one for the comment section, or if you have a chat going, for the chat section of this particular.
It'd be a comment section.
Yeah, you know, what do people think about what has been written by Alonzo, and then how Nora has perceived what he has said and how he's renounced it? As you know, has he renounced it, or is he just saying,
I don't know.
Yeah, you see, it's an interesting one, isn't it?
It is, and I've asked, you know, I think I said it, I don't know if I've recorded it though, but I did ask Nora if she wanted to come on my channel, and like I said, if I didn't record it, that she has her own police. I mean, I'm not going to beat her up on my channel. I wanted to really have a constructive conversation with her about what's going on and stuff. It wasn't going to be a live stream. It was just going to be a discussion period. And, you know, people were like, why would she do that? Well, I mean, straighten things out. Why not? Okay, I'll go on her channel. I mean, it's still let's straighten things out. Help me understand what's going on here. You know, I'm glad she's calling out Louis Repetto.
Yeah.
But I mean, I really am. I'm glad. It took her a minute because we got
it's taken her a year because it was January last year. This year.
Because of the Louis Repetto thing. You know, that was the thing that wasn't it. That was the thing that she and I, because I called her out on that. And that's what started between us.
This is a fantastic point, and I'm glad you brought that bit up because I'd forgotten that you did that. So you called her out on that. She didn't ever do anything and then made this video.
Months later, but I did call her out on that. Don't you remember? I did.
I do now. And now you said, Now you've said, I remember. I'd forgotten about it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, and then she had people. So I mean, now she's on board with this. Okay,
Yeah.
so maybe I can give you more views. Let's help. It's again, it's the message. I don't care about the voice that
Right.
gets it there. Let's get the message there. This is good.
Yeah.
Let's, you know. So and imagine, hey, so Nora, I want you to think about something. If or anybody who could reach her, send her this clip right here. I don't know the time because I haven't edited the video yet, but send her this clip right here. Nora, wouldn't it be something if you and I did a video and Aaron heard about that while he was incarcerated? That should give you a little momentum. Come on, man, give me a call. Hit me up at toddy1skip@gmail.com. Seriously, I'm not gonna bite you. You're not gonna bite me. Let's talk about this. And seriously, you did it with Aaron, and I'm not despicable. So come on, seriously. All right, let's go forward. Let's hear from Nikki, Canadian actress best known for Battlestar. She later came out totally against Keith. So this was a woman who was from NXIVM, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to tell you what's really fucked up. So most of these wackadoodle religions have started right here in upstate New York. Mormonism, Jehovah's Witness. I'm serious, man. NXIVM. It is 5 years since Keith Raniere lost his worldly freedom. I was present for this event, and even being raided by heavily armed Mexican federales was not enough to shake me from my delusion. Additionally, the personal betrayals by people I thought were my friends and much of the exaggerated and sometimes false anti-NXIVM rhetoric only led me to be more committed to my defense of Keith and my view that there was injustice. Apart from Keith himself, I felt a moral obligation to a community of people I knew to be good and well-intended. Well, I put a, I get it. I get the cult-like behavior. I understand that you think you're part of a bigger thing and all of that, and I also think that he had secrets too. They had secrets against these people, just like Scientology did. He basically took a lot of his shit from the Scientology playbook.
He did.
Right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I've always said that I was open to changing my mind if I came across information compelling enough. When I weighed it all against the word of a man who promotes himself as the epitome of ethics, wisdom, and nobility, the conflict became too much to bear. In this post, I intend to share with all those that Keith means well. Many have sacrificed years of their lives. I did believe in Keith had noble intentions. When you see him just having sex with people, I mean, when does it kick in that it's not about sex with people? I'm just serious.
This is it, though. This is it, isn't it? Goes back to the brainwashing part of it all again, and it goes back to watching somebody committing crime in front of you, and you think it's wonderful and support it.
Yeah, no, I don't. No,
but that's how that happens, isn't it? And that's how somebody goes, what I need to do now is I'm going to get a cattle prod and I'm going to stamp you with it and you're going to love it.
Brand you. It's not stamp you, man. It's
brand you.
Yeah.
And you're going to love it.
No, man. You know? I know. Yeah. When I first saw that, the documentary about that, or I think I read it first. I don't remember, but I saw the picture. And I was like, who the fuck? Like, what do you mean? What? But then, they said that they had naked pictures of these people, and they did. They pulled the Scientology playbook.
Right.
The fantastic claims by omission and outright embellishment found in Keith's biography and this one in the public statements about himself, the context of himself had Ministered take home like you said. Yeah, this is all about science. So is she like comparing this to Scientology?
Yeah, so go forward a bit now.
Okay.
So like skip them, because otherwise we're going to just get more keys. So we go a little bit further forward.
Okay. Because everybody can watch this video on
Yeah,
Nora's
they can go
channel.
and look
I'll
at
link
this.
Nora's channel below. I'll link her channel below. It's only fair. Am I still going?
Okay, stop here. And so this is now, we've talked about, we know that ZDT is going to jail. Most likely this man on the left, DOA, Scott Hofstadter, is going to be going to jail. And Aaron is actually in jail at the moment, which he's waiting to get out of jail.
Who's in jail? Oh, Aaron.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you said Alan.
No, Aaron.
Okay. So Alonzo's on the right?
Alonzo's on the right and Scott's on the left.
Okay.
And this is where they get together and they have a little chat with each other, and they feel that actually I have made Lewis the victim in this situation. I did that.
Oh, okay.
Period.
Yep. No, I know. I remember.
And this is the day where they both had already met earlier on that day, had breakfast together. They did a live stream together. They did another live stream together. And then Aaron said that he didn't have anything to do with this man, but actually he was his boss for 4.5 years in the Sea Org. And he watched as Louis Repetto went into the RPF.
Yeah, I never knew he went into the RPF. This is new information for me.
Yep. Me, I had no proof of anyone saying it out loud on a piece of film until now.
Well, Nora, thank you for that.
Yeah.
While working under Aaron Smith Levin in a position of ecclesiastical power, redacted incident. The same Louis Repetto that proudly admits to sending 1,000s of penis pics, some consensual, some not, over the decade, and since leaving the fake Space Navy. As the most popular, okay, the same Louis who states that he makes content for this site and others of a sexual nature. Ooh.
So if we pause it here, so this is where we pause it.
Like this.
So what we have here is a situation that could be Scientology doing this, which is of course what Alan, what Lou and DOA are saying. They're saying because he's kinky, they have pushed out the images of him on certain websites and private link stuff.
On certain platforms.
Yeah, platforms, yeah.
Okay.
And that wasn't, he didn't do that. It's because he had loads of dick pics all over the place, but it wasn't him that did it. He didn't do that.
Oh,
that
so
was he was set up.
They just collected his dick pics and sent them to these people.
That's where we're at on that one.
Okay, so in actual, there's no real proof that he's written for this company, is what you're saying.
We don't know. We
1,000% real. That we do know. So so that's okay. Hey, listen, somebody's got to make a living writing this shit. I don't care. I just care when it becomes real life and it affects people that are minding their own business and want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Redacted incident allegedly involving Lewis. Multiple women, his position as an ecclesiastical authority, and Aaron Smith Levin covering it up at the time. Now, my problem with this is anybody that fought with me about what Mike Rinder supposedly knew should unsubscribe from Aaron Smith Levin right now. Otherwise, you're a fucking hypocrite. I'm just going to put that out there. because he would have known about it. You want Mike to be held accountable for everything. Okay? And I think Mike should be held accountable for everything. But Aaron definitely needs to be held accountable for this. And he didn't. He covered it up. He stood there. He embraced the guy. And then he knew better enough to lie about it. That's your martyr.
It's pretty gross, actually. Redacted incident allegedly involving Lou, multiple women. Okay, so we've got a statement there of multiple women. Now, in my eyes, that's more than two.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so probably isn't multiple like the same amount as Danny Masterson that he bitched about? I mean, multiple one's enough.
But we can't even talk about the Danny Masterson situation because obviously we all know that Aaron already knew that Danny Masterson was a rapist. We all know that because Aaron's told us that, right? So again, it's another situation which is we just don't say anything. Yeah.
Okay.
We just don't say anything.
Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely.
It's crazy. Or you unsubscribe to this hypocrite.
Aaron, as his boss, punished the women and Louis equally. Okay. Well, okay, so I don't want to speak on this anymore because it's a rumor and needs confirmation. Neither Lou nor Aaron have confirmed or denied these incidents happened during their time in the fake space. All right. Scientology impact and practices. The video highlights the abusive schedules and unrealistic quotas imposed on Sea Org members, leading to I bet you $1 million that Aaron Smith Levin is so pissed off that he's in a photo with Alonzo. You know what I'm saying?
So these are the three men who are allegedly rewriting the truth about Lou Repetto.
So they're rewriting history is what's going on.
Yeah. Okay. But they're saying that's what we're doing.
Let's go forward. So what kind of relationship does Aaron have with DOA?
He hates DOA with a passion.
That's what I thought. But now look at this. Look at Aaron. When you come out and you see this picture, Aaron, you're going to be even more upset. Trust me. I mean, you're going to be looking worse than you do right there. Because you are looking at who you're in here with.
Louis Repetto is a former Sea Org member who was also a part of the protest community and was behaving inappropriately with other protesters. I have to be honest that I was very dissatisfied with the amount of information that was being shared with me on this topic. I tried to find out what the accusations were exactly, who was making the accusations, what were the accusations, who had gone to the police, who had not gone to the police. I was very disappointed that people expected me to go public.
You didn't go to the police when you knew about it. That's what we know. You didn't go. You didn't go.
With unconfirmed, unverified accusations.
Huh?
So Aaron making clear the victims remaining anonymous meant he couldn't verify anything. We know that he told, we know 100% that he told Miriam Francis and Vanessa LaRose. We know that he did that, right? And we know
that he told Miriam because he said he told Miriam. I heard that.
That's right. Yeah. And then Miriam told us what he'd said. So Miriam has been one of the people that has said about the seriousness of what some of the incidents were in the Sea Org. But of course, we are now not meant to believe Miriam, even though the whole world has believed Miriam about the whole Mike Rinder situation. So my brain just goes, this is mental. Because 1 minute you want to believe everything Miriam says, and then now you don't want to believe anything that she said about Lou Repetto. Go figure that.
Exactly. No, I agree. All right, let's go forward.
From people I did not even know who they were, about things they weren't even willing to go to the police for. And I said, look, I'm not here to be used as a propaganda tool. By the way, the people who were expecting me to do this had their own platforms. They could have done their own videos. They could have taken their own responsibility to share the information they had.
I remember hearing this. I saw him say this video. I watched this video of his. And, you know, you can't be a leader and then ask other people. Like, he just only wants to be a leader when it's convenient for him. Take the fucking lead and do the right thing.
But they thought that they could just give a bunch of
Stop smiling at me. I see you smiling at me over there, grinning all the way in the UK.
unconfirmed information from anonymous people to me and expect me to go public with it. What does my audience have anything to do with Louis Repetto's inappropriate behavior?
Well, I mean, like, would you like to explain that? Because I think there's a cross reference to the audience and the protesters. Like, some of his protesters, you know, and they count on him to kind of vet his own people, wouldn't you? I don't know.
Absolutely.
Thought, Aaron. I mean, what the hell do you want to be responsible for? Just all the good stuff? I mean, that's a made-up world. That exactly goes hand in hand with the behavior you spoke about earlier, when he doesn't get his little fucking behavior like that.
Yeah.
Bald man blues.
With other protesters. You guys might have noticed I've never done any videos with Louis Repetto.
Wait a minute. You did. I saw at least one. Wait a minute. Did he lose his memory?
It's my favorite. It's like him saying, you know, Star Wars, where the Jedi turns around and he says to the stormtroopers, these aren't the droids you're looking for. And he just turns and he moves his hand and he just said, these aren't the droids you're looking for. And they go, oh yeah, these aren't the droids we're looking for. Not looking for these droids. It's the same thing.
Yeah. I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I get it.
Oh, okay. People who are will know.
When Louis Repetto first appeared on the scene, I was contacted anonymously by another former Scientologist.
I have a hard time with words too sometimes. I have to pronounce them slowly like that.
Who told me a very troubling story about an experience that she had with Louis Repetto. Even though I do not know the identity of the woman that I spoke with on the phone.
That's bullshit, Aaron. Curiosity will fucking kill you time and time again. After it kills you, it would re-kill you. You would still be that curious. I ain't buying that. I've seen you. So, I mean, I'm not going to even listen to that because that's untrue.
I 100% believe the information that she shared with me.
So this stranger calls him up and said, hey, Aaron Smith Levin from Growing Up in Scientology, you don't know me, but somebody that you were working with for all these years, yeah, guess what they did? Come on, man. Insulting. I hate when people insult their subscribers. Don't insult subscribers. Not nice.
When Louis first appeared on the scene, I informed people.
I don't like this. I've
the information that I had. And I expected that the people I was sharing this information with would go, oh, thank you for letting us know. Instead, I was brutally attacked.
Oh, is he gonna? He does.
Me?
Victim here.
He claims victim because this is about me now. So remember how brutally attacked Aaron was? Well, that was me that did that.
You were. I don't find you to be.
I apparently brutally attacked him. This is what he's saying here, but he won't ever say my name, will he? Unless it's absolutely, he has to say it because he won't mention me ever.
No, he mentions you by first name. I know that.
Yeah. He does like to do that, doesn't he? So, but you can see here. that he was brutally attacked by me for calling him out on the lie about knowing Lewis Repetto and about telling people he knew about Lewis Repetto, and the fact that those people didn't say anything until Liz Ferris fessed up.
Right. Yes, I remember that. I do remember that. Oh, man.
For daring to spread unconfirmed rumors like that about one of our own members. And I said, I ain't the one doing videos with him. You are.
See, that's the same behavior. I'm sorry, Nora, you're going to get pissed. But that's Nora could have said that and I would have totally believed it. You know what I mean? It's like you get your hands dirty and then you forget. You got to go back and fix this. I mean, like, he should go back, and he's never going to do it because he has no character. There's nothing. It's all surface shit with him. It's surface.
Yeah.
So he's got to go back. A person would have to go back and fix this to make this right, to build character. You got to build character. Otherwise you're building fucking mud, man.
Well, again, and that's why this lady here with Nora, even though she drives us mental and she does our heads in and she's really annoying sometimes, and sometimes she's hysterically funny, she is trying to fix without.
I think that's great. No. I think that seriously, listen, I gave her credit for this. I want to talk to Nora. Before I saw this video, I want to talk to Nora. So I'm going to give credit 1000%.
Yeah.
Because listen, I remember the video of her making fun of people that were, got those pictures.
That's right.
You know, I remember that video. I actually have a clip of it on another video I did. So, I'm glad she's finally doing it. Does she say, listen, I was wrong in my behavior? Because I haven't seen that yet.
Yes.
She does? Does she say that?
Yeah.
No?
No.
Okay, well, I mean, Nora, like, that's nothing now. Like now, I mean, that's nothing now, but I think you should say it. That's my opinion. She doesn't have to do it. I know I would. I'd be, oh man, I was fucking wrong. What do you think I did about the Scientology shit when the stuff came out about Aaron? I was like, man, I was wrong. What do you want me to tell you? I bought the same thing you bought. Now I see it differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want? But I was honest about it. That's a horrible thing, Alonzo. I'm disappointed. Fucking really disappointed. YouTube about a 15-year-old drummer that he doesn't know. I don't know. What's up with this guy?
He has a fascination with this young, I believe, cellist. Yeah.
Okay.
And he posts her stuff allegedly all the time. My view on that is I don't think actually there's that big a deal about it, because he loves her music. And for me, as somebody who loves music, I kind of, if you really like somebody and you do a deep dive on them and you want to share what they're doing, I kind of get it. But I also understand that Nora is going, it's a bit odd that you're not stopping on the amount of videos you're posting about this person.
So I just want to say, I mean, is this a guy or a girl? Are you sure it's
a girl? This is a girl, apparently. Yeah. Sorry, I've not actually watched the videos. I just know of this.
Okay. Well, I don't know, but I mean, if the person's got 264,000 subscribers, so they must have some validity in what they're doing. And if you like the music, I mean, like, I have a friend that's crazy about Brandy Carlisle, like crazy about like, oh man, and he's a straight guy. Absolutely. I mean, that's how I knew who Brandy Carlisle was. I mean, crazy. Every conversation has something to do, seriously. So, and I don't think he's weird. He loves music. It was Billy Joel for the longest time. And
Yeah.
then, you know, Brandy struck a nerve with him, or not a nerve, but a chord literally with him. And, you know, so I wouldn't go by shit like that. But anyway, and let me just tell you this. So I know the fact here is the 15-year-old bit stuff. I
Yeah.
follow like those kids channels, the Raised Wrong and um the other family that are musicians. And you know, I don't, some of their stuff I post if I think that they've done a really good cover or some of their original stuff. And there were artists that I really you know, but I was in that business, you know, the music business, and I would promote people. I don't know. I don't really want to talk on this
Well,
because this could just be somebody's taste in music. Yeah, there's
yeah.
a lot of friggin'
Yeah.
Swifties. And there's Swifties that are my age. And I know that Taylor Swift is much younger than me. So you know what I'm saying? And they're obsessed. So who's to say with what makes you, you know, people would have thought I was obsessed with John Lennon back in the day. You know what I mean? That's all right. You know what I mean? That's all right.
Well, that's it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, just quickly on that, just to kind of tie that in a bow on my end. What I see her doing here is she is compiling stuff that she finds really fucking odd. Do you know what I mean?
Questionable. Absolute
Like, yeah, and
questionable.
that, but for her, those are her red flags, which it's her channel, you know, it's like we all do, isn't it? These are her red flags, and she is
Absolutely.
explaining to everybody, please look at these red flags. You might not, you know, we
So,
might not agree all the time,
right.
but
Yeah. But can I, okay. So I don't want to say this if Nora ever comes on my channel. So I want to say it now. So seriously, because I want to, if she ever comes
yeah,
on my channel or I ever
yeah,
come on her channel, I want to have a healthy,
yeah,
you know, conversation and not name calling and not raising voices and stuff like that.
hmm,
Okay. So you can go ahead and say, I think the thing with, you know, the fact that the Nexium thing, but then I think she was fair in showing that letter.
hmm,
However, I saw it differently than she saw it. That's fair,
right,
right? Of course, but I
right,
haven't done all of the research into Alonzo in all fairness, but she didn't show that in this video either. And I'm only going by this video.
yeah.
So why don't you tell us, Nora, just the red flags that you noticed in hindsight now with Louis Repetto? I mean, like that
Yeah,
would have,
that's a
in
good
my
question.
opinion, that would have been a better video because that would have been from your own experience, and it
Hmm,
would have admitted that you fell into that by being fooled. You know what I'm saying? And how you could,
hmm.
man, you know what I mean? Like, and listen, I don't know the relationship Lewis had with Nora when they were
You'll find out in a minute because she actually does. She does tell us.
in the relationship they had in Scientology.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, cool beans. Let's do it. Nothing sus at all. Just a 64-year-old man posting about a 15-year-old female drummer. He's just a fan, right? He could be. I'm sorry, he could be. You know, he could be. So we have here a man that was Lewis's boss who may or may not have known exactly what Lou was the whole time. A man facing felony charges doing everything to burn down a movement of corporate liability. I thought she was going to show Aaron's face again. A man who claims to be an expert on brainwashing and who has justified essay with a circular logic Darvo tactic that doesn't land. Maybe Alonzo. Well, Alonzo is going to feel important to be up with them or pissed off. I don't know. All of this to get justice for a man who hasn't reached out to any of them and may committed crimes that he still needs to answer for and may have committed crimes. Louis Repetto. Look at that gorgeous man.
He's cut all his hair off.
He's so ugly. It doesn't matter. The guy's ugly. It's my opinion.
Yeah.
It's trying to end the distractions from the actual mission. Telling the whole unfiltered, unabashed, dark, terrible truth about what Scientology does to the mind of a child. How this criminal act destroys lives before they can even start. Are you with us? Okay, so I guess she's you know,
And now you're going to have to leave it on a cliffhanger because we're going to do the next video next time for your channel, because they'll be on it. They're going to be on a tenterhook to hear what she says.
How does Nora know Louis Repetto from Scientology? Does she know him in Scientology, or was that the next video?
It's the next video now. It's the next video. Because what we'll do is, again, we'll only do little sections of it, which what I've done is I've actually recorded and I've got them to one side so that we're not looking for them through the computer, which I will send to you. I'll send you a link for those. And we can chat about it. Yes and no. So the thing is, what Nora does is she weaves her thoughts, knowing that she's desperately trying to tell us that this man shouldn't be in the community, without saying, sorry, I haven't told you earlier, without saying
any responsibility that I knew about it and that I thought it was funny.
She's saying in the next,
she put a video out there. I remember seeing it where she's on a panel and she's telling people to get over the fact that he sent them pictures of his private, right? I saw that video. Is that in my head, or didn't I see that video?
I think yes, because she was having an argument with DOA, wasn't she?
I don't remember, but there was like a few people on the panel, and she was like, so what? So what? He sent the bit, and now she's making a big deal out of it. The thing is, go back and say, listen, I was wrong. I read that wrong.
That's the thing. But this is a classic ex-Scientology move, isn't it? Because what they do is they don't say sorry. If we look at all of the things that happen, right, that especially us two over the last couple of years, and we've talked about the Mike Rinder stuff, everything, there's no sorries. Is there?
There isn't. Nobody says anything.
Nobody says sorry.
I mean, nobody says anything, and that is that Scientology thing. Again, they left the cult, but a lot of them still have that shit inside of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I hate to say this because, but I'm going to go ahead and say it anyway. And I know I'm going to get hate from this, especially from this person, and I don't mean it, but I'm going to say it because Jenna Miscavige, you were part of a cult. If you don't think that you're part of one now, I don't know how you don't know one thing from another. Like, everything must be so muted and so very much the same. I mean,
if you imagine that she's Tom Cruise, and Aaron is David Miscavige, now look at it.
What? I didn't get that.
Well, like, if you imagine that Jenna Miscavige is Tom Cruise and Aaron Smith-Levin is David Miscavige, David Miscavige gives lashings and lashings of loveliness to Tom Cruise, and he gets everything he wants. And with that, they get the notoriety and the fame of Tom Cruise, and so does David Miscavige gets away with stuff. It's exactly the same procedure with Jenna Miscavige and Aaron Smith-Levin. He has made sure that if it's all perfect all the time for her, she's got his back. It's a win-win chicken dinner. Do you know what I mean? It's a super duper
dinner, not
winner chicken dinner. Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying and how I've put that together like that?
I do.
I am.
I
Oh,
do.
by the way, I'm not saying they are Tom Cruise, and so anybody who's listening to this and says, "Oh, Mrs. J said that Jenna was," shut up.
Right.
It's. I am using it as a showing culty behaviour example. So
Yes.
that put that
Yeah.
person on there.
More or less, you're just showing it as a
Mm.
comparison. A comparison
Yeah,
is exactly what it is. Yeah.
yeah. Kind of scale it down, and that's what you've got, and that's what's happening here. I mean, we did wonder about that, didn't we? That this might happen, and it has. I just hope that people start to understand that the coercion and the veil that has been dropped over people's eyes about Aaron, just because he has 250,000 people on his YouTube channel. And I just want to say to the world, that is literally a town of people,
Yeah.
and that's it.
I agree.
Stop being so small-minded and looking at a little town of people all in their own circular bubble doing their own circular thing. Step out of the box and see what the rest of the world is doing fighting Scientology, because Aaron is just peanuts.
Guys, thank you so much. I so appreciate you. Please check out Mrs. J. I got her channel down in the description below. And guys, pay attention because we staying on this. Take care of yourselves, guys. Be better today than you were yesterday, not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am, and you're not. Thank you.